If you'd like to give us your support during this game, we'd really appreciate it. The money you pledge will go for more coverage of games like this one. Local games with people you know, give us a call, 609-883-6910. And believe me, we do appreciate it. 1st and 10 for the Minutemen. Seacrest gets down to the 15 as the buzzer goes off.
I think the buzzer was a little late on the change of the quarter.
Whatever that meant.
Right.
2nd and 4.
I think you were talking earlier about whether or not it's instinctive for a back to spin and twist. I think for the most part it is, although a fine coach such as George Greiner and Jim Gilrain for that matter, they encourage this sort of thing, and they continually encourage it and emphasize it and repeat it. But it's got to be in the back. The runner has just not want to go down. He does not want to go down. And the Bridgewater backs have done a fine job of showing that instinct to stay up.
We've seen some fine running backs. I can't forget Anthony Brown of Camden High School last night in the opening game. Some of the incredible runs he made.
That was just outstanding. It's got to have been a disappointing game for Anthony Brown. I believe he had, 2 called back, 1 kickoff and 1 punt return.
And the running of Sonny Holt earlier today in the Morristown-Bloomfield game. 2nd and a long 3. There's Wilbur on the keep. He gets down to the 10. He's finally hauled down by Lance Goodmested.
They run that power I formation so well, Dick.
The ball is just over the 10-yard line, so it'll be 1st and goal. .11:20 remaining to play in this game. 14-0. East leads, and they're on the move. Seacrest is grabbed from behind by Urcolino. But like he's done all evening long, when he goes down, he gets you like about 3 more yards.
That's right.
And the ball sits at the 7.
I was going to say, Dick, he's a big man. He runs bent over nice and low, but those knees are churning high. It's hard to tackle a man like that.
2nd and goal from the 7. There's Wilbur rolling to the far side, wants to throw, and he does.
Well, that was just an outstanding play by the end number 87. He went down. He was somewhat covered. The quarterback was rolling out. Looked like he was going to run. And in the end, just pulled away from his defender, raised his hand up and said, "Hit me, I'm open."
And the fella he hit was Fred Coons, who's been playing the defensive end. And in there on offense, hauls in that TD. So it reads 20 Bridgewater East and nothing for Carteret. Somebody's down on the far sideline. It looks like Wilbur is down. Dan Wilbur is down.
He took a good shot just after he got that ball off.
We've not had any serious injuries this weekend. Oh, he's all right. He's all right. Danny Wilbur is okay. Fine quarterback. I think he'll probably come out. Well, he's going to stay in.
I don't think he wants to come out. He's got an instinct not only to stay up when he's running, but to stay into the game when he's hurt. He's quite a competitor.
Now I have a slight pause. enjoying the sports coverage this weekend and you'd like to see more sports coverage on Jersey Vision, how about helping us out? We could use a pledge from you, because I know you're enjoying seeing people that you can identify with. And give us a call. You'll see the number across the screen, 609-883-6910. And Wilbur can't find a handle.
That was a substitution for Wilbur, Dick, and that's not too unusual. You get a new quarterback in, he's working with a new center.
And the score stands 20 for Bridgewater East and nothing for Carterets. And we have about 10:35 to play in this ball game. Carterets had a couple of opportunities, just haven't been able to cash in. A fumble hurt them, and of course they stalled out on an earlier drive. So maybe the game hasn't been as one-sided as it might appear.
Actually, it hasn't, Dick. The second half, except for this last drive, which was an outstanding drive by Bridgewater, going, well, it must have been about 95 yards. It had been all Carteret, but some bad breaks. Their drive stalled out.
Bridgewater East beat teams like North Plainfield, Somerville, Hunterdon Central, always a power, South Plainfield, Franklin Township. However, they did lose to a tough Piscataway team, and you'll see that Piscataway team tomorrow night at 8 o'clock here on Jersey Vision when they go against Colonia. Here's Wilbur to kick it off. It's a short kick to Froelich, but he's going to have trouble with it. Finally hauls it in at the 18. Gets up close to the 30. First and 10 at the 30 for Carteret. As the sod busters come in to fix the field.
They're doing a fine job. Carteret has their work cut out for them now. Slightly over 10 minutes. They're behind by 20 points. They're going to have to open up even more so than they've been in the second half.
You know, we mentioned everybody else. I wish I knew the names of the sod busters down there. Okay, first and 10. There's McNellis being pursued, and he lofts it out to Humphrey. What a catch. Humphrey fell down and got up and made the reception.
You know, Humphrey seems to like the catch being on the ground. He did this earlier. Beautiful catch down on two knees.
Now, I'll tell you something in all fairness to McNellis. McNellis is not a real good passer. And he does have a fine receiver in Humphrey, and Humphrey does make the difficult catch sometimes. First and 10 at the 43. Here's Froelich. Froelich's been working very hard this evening. Andy Froelich, 5'10" senior with a lot of speed. Chris Raffo on the stop.
Dick, actually, that McNellis-Humphrey combination is just, it's for the crowd. It's a crowd pleaser. He's an excellent passer. He purposely keeps it short.
Second and 6. All right, here he goes with another fire. Fires it right to guess who?
Now, that was a good pass right to him. No excitement there, Dick. Straightforward catch, right?
I apologize to John McNellis. I'm sorry, John. That was a nice pass right on the money to Don Humphrey.
But the excitement was lacking. We got to go back to the ground catches.
At the 40-yard line of Bridgewater East, first and 10.
Now, McNellis is doing a fine job, and he's a fine runner, which makes him doubly dangerous. They've got to respect him when he rolls out.
There's some very crisp blocking down there in the middle of the field. Watching the guards for Carterets, Ken Toth, 66, Jim Molnar, 86, the center Jim Keating, 51, the tackles Chuck Bennis, 69, Gino Loracella, 74. They're doing a good job tonight. Second and 9. McNellis lets it ride to Humphrey. What a catch!
Great catch.
What a catch!
Humphrey is quite a receiver. He's got an excellent pair of hands. He's got great sense for the ball.
Well, we mentioned back in the first half, watch out for Humphrey. And he has him down close again at the 12, 1st and 10. This is the third time that Carteret has been in scoring position. Here's Froelich. He slants off the right side, gets a few down to about the 8.
He's been getting some tough yardage for them tonight.
2nd and 7, let's call it. They're down 20-0. McNellis wants to throw. He's coming rolling right. That was a dangerous pass. He was trying to hit Humphrey. And also Amsler was out there. Gary Amsler, and that was dangerous. They were covered.
It was. They were covered. As a matter of fact, I think it was Amsler who was standing outside the end zone, so had he caught it, would not have counted. McNellis is a fine runner. He probably should have elected to run on that.
Well, let's see if Carteret can keep it going and not stall out again for the third time.
Well, I think we've got a flag down, Jake. Yeah, I think there's a flag down. That's the sort of thing that can stall out a drive.
There you see the number 883-6910, area code 609. Let's hear from you.
That's a big one, too. Yeah, this seems to typify the second half for Carteret. Some beautiful drives, some hard running, and right at the end, right as they get to the goal line, they get snake bit. Be it a penalty, the fumble they had earlier.
That's an illegal receiver. 2nd and very long. 25 to be exact. McNellis looking for his favorite receiver. What a catch.
Beautiful.
Oh! He split the seam on that one. He split 3 defenders at the goal line. Don Humphrey. And that drive started back at the Carteret 30, culminating in a fantastic catch by Don Humphrey.
Humphrey's really shown a lot tonight.
Wow.
A great pair of hands. As I mentioned earlier, great sense for the ball. He can get in the open, and a well-thrown pass by McNellis right there, right down the middle.
They'll go for a 2-point conversion. Well, McNellis isn't going to get anywhere.
Good play by the defense. They just didn't give him the room to do anything.
He was hauled down by Dave Hopp. Somebody must have told McNellis what I said, I guess, because I did not mean that in a negative way.
No, certainly not.
He's just he's not one of the better passers we've seen out here, but since I made that comment, he's fired a couple of strikes to Humphrey. But Humphrey is a fine receiver. He's the best receiver we've seen so far this weekend.
That's right.
No doubt about that.
That's right. He's got a great pair of hands. But in talking to McNellis' coach, Jim Gilrain, that's pretty much what he said. He said McNellis has got a good arm, but he's basically a better runner and just running that veer offense of theirs very well. However, he said he could pass if he has to, and he has to, and he's passing very well.
You know, we've seen so many teams this week. And we've seen so many misses.
That's right. That's right. It's been pretty much that way in the games we've seen.
McNellis in the second half, 5 for 8, 93 yards, and 1 touchdown. Bridgewater East leads it 20-6. And they will receive an onside kick. And there's a scramble all over the field. Bridgewater East comes up with it.
Bridgewater was lucky to come up with that one, Dick. Carteret played that very well. A beautiful kick. The Carteret defenders were down, and they touched the ball first after it had gone to 10 yards, and they touched it second. They just couldn't hold on to it.
Bob Shedlowski, the fellow who came up with it. 7:25 to play in this ball game. And it's 1st and 10 at the 50 for the Minutemen. Here's the keep. Wilbur to the 45 of Carteret.
Wilbur looks hurt.
He's down again. Yeah. This is the second time Wilbur has been shaken up. Danny Wilbur down.
It's not surprising. They
played a tough game.
The way he's been running like a fullback, but he's got to remember he is a 165-pound quarterback. But he's played a great game tonight. Yeah, I think he's all right. He's fine.
Danny's okay.
Good.
Actually, I know George Greiner would have difficulty with a second-string quarterback. As we mentioned to him before the game, we said, George, is it possible that we might see another man in there? And he said, no, as long as Wilbur does the job for me. So we have number 15 in, Steve Scagliotta. Steve Scagliotta is in there to run the offense. 2nd and 6.
Having a guy like Seacrest makes it very easy for the quarterback. Just give me the ball, let me go.
Listen, I'll tell you, with Seacrest and Vanderbeek, I'll go out there.
That's right.
And that ball off. Well, that's tough for a young quarterback to come in like that. Third and inches for the first down. And Wilbur's back in there, and he gets the first down. First and 10 at the Carteret's 36. Yeah, it's good to hear all the old cheers again. You know, cheers never change.
Well, that's right.
You know that?
That's right. It just would not be a football game without the cheers.
Same old cheers I remember from high school. That's back when they played without helmets.
That's. I think they were still kicking the ball then, weren't they, Dick?
Back when they had the cardboard shoulder pads.
Right. Back when the forward pass was just a dream.
That's right.
No, you're right. It's just not a game unless you have your cheerleaders down there. As you said, they're basically the same cheers, just change the name of the school.
Oh, I'll tell you, it's been great, though. The cheering, the bands have been so terrific out here this weekend at halftime, and the cheers and the crowd's been great. Here we go. 1st and 10. Look at Seacrest go. Dragging Bob Shedlowski with him.
Could take a replay of it, Dick.
Look at the power of this fellow.
Power in blocking, and he does some of his own blocking as well. Here he runs nice and low with high knee action. Here he takes his blocker plus the defender.
Boy, does he make contact. 2nd and 6. Vanderbeek is hit.
Oh.
And he recovers, but just barely. They'll take a loss on that. Back to the 40. 3rd and 15. 14. No, actually, we had leather helmets back in my time.
I didn't even know they had helmets back to your time. But leather helmet, that's right.
Okay, here we go. 3rd and 14. Seacrest, look at him go. Look at him go. He was was tripped up by Froelich. And I'll tell you, if Froelich hadn't gotten down low, Mr. Sechrist would have been long gone, I think.
That's about the only way you can tackle a runner like Sechrist, is to hit him very low, get underneath his knees, because he runs with very high knee action. And with his size, if you hit him high, you're only going to bounce right off.
At the 27-yard line, it's 4th and a long one. I hate to use that term, but that's about what it is.
Well, once a one, but sometimes it's longer than other times.
4 minutes remaining in this game. There's Vanderbeek. He hits the left side, picks up the first down.
I don't know if they were able to pick it up on the screen, Dick, but they had an excellent blitz by Froelich, number 15. He hit Wilbur just as he got the ball off.
At about the 23, 1st and 10 for Bridgewater East, and they lead 20-6. Sechrist. And I'll tell you, we have a flag down. The official pointing at Froelich. Personal foul coming up. I don't know whether it was Froelich, but he pointed in his direction.
Yeah, I've got to say this about Sechrist, Dick. I think he's the best big back we've seen this week, and we've seen some outstanding backs. But the power that he displays when he runs, he's in some cases he's doing his own blocking as well as his own running. He's a good, tough, hard runner.
Personal foul puts the ball at the 10, inside the 10. 1st and goal. Sechrist has rushed for over 100 yards tonight. And I would think Vanderbeek is close to 100. He has 88. Okay. There's Vanderbeek trying to add a few more to that 88. Makes it an even 90, I guess. Kelman on the tackle. Pat Kelman. The ball inside the 8, between the 7 and the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. .250 remaining in the game. All right, here's Big Sechrist. It's so beautiful to watch him. He is not necessarily all that graceful, but he just runs. When he runs, he just flaps in the breeze.
That's
his
right.
arms and shirty.
That's right. There's
so much energy.
That's right. There's a certain style of abandon about him, the way he runs. And he's big, and as I said, he raises his knees, and it just gives him that stallion look, I guess you call it. Just running like, boy, I don't want to hit this guy. I want to get out of his way.
The ball at the 4-yard line, 3rd and goal. And we'll take a look at Sechrist. Partially a slip and partially a trip up by Andy Froelich.
Now, Froelich's been doing a great job for Carteret both ways.
True. Andy Froelich has made some nice yardage. He's run the ball quite a bit for Carteret, and he's doing a tremendous job in the defensive secondary at safety. 4th down, 4th and goal. At the 5. 1:30 remaining. Oh, just got that pitch off. That's Wolf. That's the blocking back, Bill Wolf, and he just barely got that pitch. Sechrist, rather. Let's have a correction on that.
That was a great effort by Sechrist. The pitch was behind him. He stabbed it with one hand and showed great balance. He was hit 5 yards before he really hit the ground.
See the young kids gathering on the stage behind the goalposts, waving their team on.
I think they sense something, Dick.
So Carteret takes over, 1st and 10 at their own 3. 1 minute remaining. From his own end zone, he had to get that one off. He didn't have much choice. Humphrey had not made his turn yet.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of room back there.
So 2nd and 10 at the 3. When I look at that stage, I think of Burt Parks. There you see 53 seconds on the clock. That's all that's left. McNellis to pass long on the far side. And that's almost picked off by Sacco. Steve's a little mad at himself, but made a very nice try. Did come down with the ball, but couldn't hold on.
He came down pretty hard. It was really knocked out of his hands. It was a good play by Sacco, though. Now, again, right where the ball is. He's got a great nose for that ball.
That was intended for Amsler. Somebody is back against the stage. I would imagine McNellis was driven back against the stage. There is padding along there, but you can see a break in the padding. Right.
Yeah, it's just a tough spot to be in. They're on about, what's that, about the 2-yard line, 3-yard line. There's just no room to maneuver back there. Normally, in a situation like that, it's really just an out play just to give yourself some room, although this late in the game, there's nothing else Colorado can do but pass just to try to get.
48 seconds remaining in this game. 3rd and 10. At the 3.
It's almost to be expected, Dick. You got a new quarterback. He's unfamiliar with the ball. His center's unfamiliar with him.
Oh, we have a pile up and a discussion and a few people pushing and shoving down there. Quarterback in the game for Carteret, I believe, is number 14, Tim Fedroff. Yes, it is. And a penalty will be marked off against Bridgewater East. Personal foul against the Minutemen. So 1st and 10 now at the 18 for Carterets. Tim Fedroff in there for McNellis. And Fedroff is going to put it up. Oh, what a catch.
Oh, nice catch.
What a circus catch by Jeff Malovets. Jeff held on to that one. Timeout with 26 seconds. Fedroff putting it up again. It's going to be intercepted, this time by Sacco, and the lights are going out here at Convention Hall.
It's a blackout. Oh, look at Sacco run.
Sacco's going to go for a touchdown in the dark. Sacco runs it in with 12 seconds remaining to play, and a flag is down back at the 30. And the lights, partial lights, have gone out on the stage end of the hall. You can see the darkness. As Sacco picked off that pass, we had some lights go out on us. I don't know whether somebody got to the fuse box or what. In fact, lights have gone out all over here. You can see up on the ceiling, more and more lights have gone out. Hopefully everybody will remain cool here.
Hopefully everybody brought a candle with them, too. It's going to be pretty dark in here. Looks like a penalty is taking that touchdown back from Sacco.
Let's take a look at replay in the dark. Clipping 15 yards, putting the ball back. And here's the replay.
There he is,
Sacco.
right where it belongs, right where the ball is.
You'll probably pick up the clip in here somewhere. I guess we're not going to see that, but
a nice effort getting away from that first tackler, and then he just sprints to the goal line. So we have partial darkness in Convention Hall. 1st and 10.